Hello everyone, I'm Masa. When you think of shrimp tempura sushi rolls, this sushi roll comes to mind. But today, I'm gonna make a simple and delicious shrimp tempura hand-rolled sushi. For the tempura, I will be using the method introduced by Mr. Kondo of Tempura Kondo, a Michelin-selected restaurant. Mr. Kondo has led Japan's tempura industry and is the person who invented vegetable tempura. First, let's make the sauce, which is essential for this sushi roll. The ingredients are 17 grams of sugar, 20 grams of soy sauce, 5 grams of mirin, and 5 grams of cooking sake. Then heat it up and dissolve the sugar. Once the sugar is dissolved, bring it to a boil. And then immediately turn off the heat. Let it cool, and the sauce is ready. Next, let's prepare the tempura butter. Here are the ingredients. First, I sieve the cake flour from a little height with a strainer. This helps incorporate air, making the butter smoother and easier to mix with water. Next, I add 1 egg to 500 grams of cold water. And I mix well. Sometimes I saw videos where they use ice water or mix the egg and water in a different order. But that's not the correct method. After mixing the egg and water well, foam will appear. Make sure to remove this foam, or the tempura will turn out too fluffy. Now, mix the cake flour and egg water in portions. The ratio is 1:1. In this case, I use 110 grams of cake flour and 200 grams of tempura butter. It's important to mix gently, almost pressing down, without stirring too much. Stirring too much will release gluten from the cake flour, making the tempura butter chewy, so be careful. The goal is to have a few lumps when scooping with a spoon. These lumps indicate you haven't overmixed, so don't worry. Now the tempura butter is done. Let's move on to preparing the shrimp. First, let's remove the shells from the shrimp. According to Mr. Kondo, he leaves the shell just before the tail. But personally, I think it's okay to remove it. This time, I will follow Mr. Kondo's method. Don't forget to remove this part of the shell here. And once I finish removing the shells from the shrimp, I cut off the tip of the tail a little bit. And make it look nicer. Then open up the tail and scrape excess water using the tip of the knife. If you skip this part, the water will pop and oil will splatter when deep frying. So please don't skip this part. Next, I make shallow cut on the back of the shrimp to remove the vein. It's one of the causes of the shrimp smell, so make sure to remove it. If you are still concerned about the smell, you can rub the shrimp with a little starch, salt, and cooking sake at this stage. Afterward, rinse it well with water. This should reduce some of the smell. Next, I make shallow cuts where the legs of the shrimps were attached. Be careful not to cut too deeply, as the shrimp might break apart. It's okay like this. Next, using this hand movement, press and pull the shrimp sideways to break the muscle. Doing this prevents the shrimp from curling up when deep frying. Now the shrimp is straight. After dry the shrimps with paper towels very well, the shrimp is ready. Let's start frying. To check the oil temperature, drop a little tempura butter into the oil. If the butter sank to the bottom and came right back up, the oil is around 175 degrees Celsius. Then let's prepare the shrimp for frying. First, I coat the shrimps with cake flour, then dust off the excess flour, and dip the shrimp into the tempura batter and fry. It's recommended to keep the temperature at 180 degrees Celsius while frying the shrimp. While frying, continue to check the oil temperature by dropping a little tempura butter. Frying too many shrimps at once will lower the oil temperature, making it difficult to achieve a crispy texture. For the best results, fry them one at a time. Mr. Kondo can know the shrimp is ready by the sound of frying. But for me, I'm not sure that. So frying for about 2 to 2.5 minutes should be enough. Okay, the shrimp tempura is done. Now let's make the hand-rolled sushi. I use a quarter seed of dry seaweed and place the sushi rice on top. Hand rolls are much easier and quicker to make than hosomaki. Shrimp tempura sushi rolls are not traditional, but you will often find them at conveyor belt sushi restaurants in Japan. This sauce is absolutely delicious and highly recommended. The sweet sauce perfectly goes well with the sushi rice and shrimp tempura, so make sure to give it a try. For my shrimp tempura sushi rolls, it's a must. Finally, sprinkle some chopped green onions. And it is done. Be sure to try making this at home. So that's all. Thank you for watching. ありがとう。